Hi, welcome back to Weekend at Bernie's Garage YouTube channel. So anyway, going to do a little bit of work with this today. It's not that we're taking a break from that. It's just that we picked up a seat for today. It's laid over there on the back. But anyway, just to give you a bit more room right here, we put the seat in, probably going to move it out a couple of times. I'm going to shove this back because we pulled it ahead to mount the engine and some stuff into it. So anyway, while I was at it, the whole time we were working at the car, of course I didn't really like the up and forward headers, no plug access, but we made some lag manifolds, and I think it's going to work out great. But in the end of it, I said, well, I was playing with the idea of moving the turbochargers forward and probably running the exhaust up in the wheel wells. So I'll show you what I was thinking at the time. So you can see I got this just up on a ratchet strap there now, but I was thinking about taking this may have to tip it a little bit, but I was thinking about putting the turbocharger up there in the front. And by doing that, I don't know how well even if you can see it, but the turbocharger's right there. I can actually open up another little bit of the area in here, and I can probably put a duct right through the mouth of the turbocharger. So that's the plan anyway. I think as of right now, until I finishes making this part of the hot side and some stuff, I think I'm going to take two of the turbochargers and see if I can mount them out here in the front. And they're not mirror image turbos, so obviously this one where it goes over and down there is going to be a different spot over there, obviously. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to try to mount them out there. I'll get them where they're at, and then we'll make the hot side, and we'll get the exhaust pipe and some stuff done from there. Because anyway, we were looking at it, it's going to snowball pretty bad from just leaving them where they were and plugging it back in. Because I would have only had to put this onto here, hook that onto there, and then it was done. But by doing this, I'll probably be able to get this pipe out of the way as well, and the one over there, because it's a bit tight on the brakes and it's just clear on the steering shaft and that. It hasn't been an issue in 2 years, but we've gone this far, you know, why not try? So here we go. Okay, so with the turbo just taking off the car strap we have for the ceiling, so this is the area that we're going to put it in. So as you can see, when we were looking in the hole earlier, I had a hole here anyway, let some air in. So what we may end up doing is make a bigger ductwork hole here, and just like sink a pipe in there the same shape as the turbocharger, and I'll get all the air out of the grill area. So the plan was look at some guys how they had their stuff mounted, and I think I see the guy from No Name Race Cars, he had his turbo mounted on a piece of pipe. So we're going to try to do it that way. So like I said, we have a piece of pipe here. So the plan was either drill a hole or sink that down through the frame here. It's too bad it's not around here where the hole is. I think it'll probably sink down somewhere around here. And anyway, we've had this piece of pipe here. You can see I've been heating it up and bending it, and same thing on the other end, because just for the length. What we're going to try to do is put it over here, see if we can get around the screw there. Probably weld a piece onto it, get on the screw here, and we'll have that mounted far enough away that we can get the silicone coupler on it, and should be able to bolt it on. And we probably had the pipe running down to about where my thumb is here, and that'll slide down into the other one that's in the frame. So that's kind of how we're trying to do it. So I guess the first thing to do right now is we'll fasten it to the turbocharger, and that'll locate where we're going to put it to on the car. And anyway, That's the plan. Okay, so let's see what we got. Bracket. And anyway, what's going to happen to that is that that's going to go on here like so. I'll bolt into there and bolt into that spot right there and there. And I haven't got it on it yet, but what I was going to do, you can see, I've after putting a pipe in right here. And this here, once it bolts onto the turbocharger, it'll go in there like so. Now it passes down through, clean down it. And the reason I've done that, because if for some reason this is in the wall, we're going to lube it up when we put it in there, but if it sticks, I'm going to put a bolt onto it to stop it from falling down through. Put a bolt through here when we get it at the right height. And anyway, the reason I put it all the way down through the bottom of the chassis is if it ever gets stuck in the hole, I'll be able to tap it up through, so there's access at the bottom of it. So anyway, the next step is we're going to weld this in around here, and we're going to weld the bottom of it in. We'll bolt the turbocharger on, and then we'll see how it looks at everything. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm done with it after. You have a look. Put the camera into there. You see she's finished welded in there. And instead of putting a nut and bolt through here, I figured it may or may not weaken it, I don't know. So anyway, I said I'll just weld a collar on it, so it'll slide down and bottom out in the collar. I've just put a bit of black paint onto it. You see she's fastened right here, and it's fastened right there. And anyway, we'll stick her in and see how it looks. So that's how we got it there, and until it gets the angle, I can probably turn it like that. But I'm trying to keep this area up high here, so that's probably pretty well where it's going to be anyways, right there. And if you look around, even if it's like that way a little bit, I still got a straight shot into the grill. Can't see it right now very well, but the turbocharger's right there. So the idea of this is, when you want to take it out, you may never have to take this out unless something goes wrong with it. But the idea of it is just there'll be a band clamp here or whatever. So just turn it this way and pull it. Let the exhaust go turn that way and pull it up. So that looks pretty good. So anyway, took the wastegate and the elbow off. So when we clocks this down or whatever we're going to do, we just got to run it over into here. And actually, once this pipe is out here, I may just cut the weld here, turn this a bit here, because in doing that, if you remember how tight these were down here, like the hose, I can probably turn it away from it and give it a lot more heater hose room. So anyway, that's that side for now. I don't know, we may take the exhaust pipe out, and then we move on to the other side. Okay, so it's in there, and I actually turned the exhaust housing a little bit, so it's pretty easy to move out of there. So have a look underneath, see what it looks like down there. Look in here, you can see it just fits down in the pipe, and there's a piece there. And with any luck, I should be able to go down out of that and out through one of them holes there. As you can see, there's two holes there. I have to move the pipe a couple of times, but really, I was this thing was getting so hot, I was doing everything I could to try to cool the car down. But anyway, yeah, it was the engine wasn't running hot, but the underhood temperatures were crazy. Like I said, we Seen all that before there on the previous videos, but yeah, so that's where that one's going, and the other one I guess he's going over there. And another nice day out for today. It's February 13th, and tomorrow is another snowstorm, and it'll be all white again. Anyway, so we're back at the Firebird again today. We got an audience out there, the dog. Anyway, starting to drill this piece out. Get around worked out kind of nice after. See, probably I enjoyed the video anyway. Moment. So now it's going to get this one on. Okay, so the Firebird. Push it back a little bit. But anyway, we got the turbochargers, both of them. That one there and that one over there. We have both of them moved to the front. So we're trying to, what the plan is now is just get the hot side on, finish the cold side here, and link them up. What we're looking at here, what as you see, is that this got to come out of here, and you're looking through there, there's the bar that we mounted it on is. So anyway, well, just going to see now, probably got to, this one here go up here, it'll go 19 in there, it'll go into the cold side. This one here probably got to go in, maybe have to go down a little bit and swoop in. But anyway, when we had this here earlier, and the turbocharger was here, the charge pipe was coming up here, and it wasn't really much room there. So all I'm going to do for now, when I get this hooked up, is just get it figured out what I got to do with that. I may have to shift the radiator over a little bit, but we deal with that when we get there. So put the turbocharger off again. This is the one that's on the driver's side of the car, the one where it said this pipe was right in the way of where the boost tube comes into it. So anyway, I think we're seems we can make something come over this way down or something on an angle or something or whatever, right? So we're going to try to do that, because I was looking at it after time I slid the radiator over, moved the transmission lines over, moved the top piece of the radiator over, moved the cooling fans over, and I still probably would have just barely made it. So anyway, we're just going to modify this tube here and maybe see if we can pass the tube out where it was originally. So anyway, because the intercooler hasn't moved, so anyway, we get the tube out here, we'll be in pretty good shape. So see what we can come up with. I don't know, angle there, something over that way or something, or whatever the deal is, and upper or something too, so, or like that way and that way. I don't know, see if I find some more of that pipe, and think we'll weld it and weld it all on, and then we'll get it, and then we'll probably chop the piece out. So anyway, shouldn't look too bad. I hope not. So the turbo's there, and a little bit of hot there. This little contraption made here. So I'll put that on like so. Should go on right there like that, and it should allow room. See that, for the charge pipe to come through the middle there. So it should come through this area right here. A little bit of paint on, it's still a bit wet there now for now. But we'll do now, we'll bolt it up to the turbo, lay it back on the car, and have a look. So the turbo. So she's back in pretty well the same spot, and when I look, I should be able to pass it out through there. I'm not exactly sure which hole I had it in. I think it might be in the top one, which means we'll run out this way. I can't turn it exactly, but anyway, so I'll go out through there. That's room to get this pipe out through there and turn, and then we'll just put her up to the motor when we go at it. Okay, so that'll be it for right now. I think the next thing we're going to do is we'll take the nose off and see can we hook up all of the intercooler piping around, you know, basically if you're going there and cut the hole there a little bigger, whatever we're going to do with it. Yeah, but so tonight it's a little bit of work on the car, so we're going to continue at it in between the other project. So the intercooler piping will be hooked up next, and we'll work on the hot side and the wastegates to the turbochargers. So anyway, again, like I said, this is it's not a it's a cool build, I guess. Like I said, a little history. I've had this car since '98 with the two turbos on it 2 years ago, and was never happy with the amount of clutter it took up in the engine bay and some stuff. So this is the time to try to straighten it out a little. So well, anyway, comment, like, subscribe, follow the project. Shouldn't be as bad as this one because everything was already done, working, driving, using, so it'll be just be moving stuff around with this one. Well, it might help someone along the road with some ideas. So anyway, we'll see you then.